So Simple tutorial. Good morning students. Welcome to SST So Simple tutorial. Dear students, in the previous session we read about communication. Today we are going to discuss the next topic, international trade. We have already read what is trade and what is foreign trade in the chapter Globalization and the Indian Economy. Students, the exchange of goods among people, states and countries is called trade, and market is the place where such exchanges take place. When we say local trade, we mean trade carried out in cities, towns and villages. When we say state level trade, it means trade carried out between two or more states. But if trade takes place between two or more countries, we call it international trade. International trade may take place through sea, air or land routes. Students, advancement of international trade of a country is an index of its economic prosperity. It is therefore considered the economic barometer for a country. This is a very important statement which may be asked in the exam. You know that resources are space bound. Everything is not available everywhere. Goods or resources possessed by one country is required by the other and vice versa. So naturally, no country can survive without international trade. There are two components of trade, export of goods and import of goods. By imports, we mean that a nation is purchasing goods from the rest of the world. For example, India imports petroleum products. Thus, imports enable a country to buy essential raw materials or goods that may not be domestically available in required quantity. In other words, imports enable an economy to overcome its deficiencies of different types of goods. By exports, we mean the sale of domestically produced goods by a nation to the rest of the world. Exports help economic growth in a big way. It relieves pressure on the domestic market. It brings the valuable foreign exchange. Let us now understand volume of trade and value of trade. By volume of trade, we mean the total quantity of goods that are traded by a nation. These are measured in physical quantity of goods. For example, if I say India exported 30 crore kg of tea in a particular year, this would be called volume of trade. Then what is the value of trade? When we say value of trade, we mean the monetary value of all the goods traded by a nation. Suppose in the example of tea given just now, the price of tea is 200 rupees per kg. Then the total value of export of tea will be rupees 6,000 crores. Now you can better understand the balance of trade, because here we will talk in terms of value and not volume. The balance of trade of a country is the difference between its export and import. When the value of export exceeds the value of imports, it is called favorable balance of trade or simply trade surplus. On the contrary, if the value of imports exceeds the value of exports, it is called unfavorable balance of trade or trade deficit. India has trade relations with all the major trading blocs and all geographical regions of the world. Let us now see what commodities are exported from India. India exports gems and jewelry, chemical and related products, agriculture and allied products, etc. to other countries. What are the commodities that we import? Commodities imported to India are petroleum and petroleum products, gems and jewelry, chemicals and related products, electronic items, base metals, machinery, agriculture and allied products. India has emerged today as a software giant at the international level. The Indian software industry employs hundreds of thousands of people and is growing very rapidly. Our education system turns out large numbers of well qualified software engineers who form the backbone of country's high technology initiatives. Today, India is earning large foreign exchange through the export of information technology. Students, let me stop here and see what important questions can be found from this topic. 1. What is meant by trade? What is the difference between international and local trade? 2. What is balance of trade? In which situation it is favorable and unfavorable? 3. International trade is considered the economic barometer of a country. Justify the statement with arguments. Students, now it is time for you to read the textbook and prepare good answers to these questions. In the next session, we will continue with the next topic, tourism as a trade. Till then, keep reading and have a nice time. Thank you.